see you after that.
Slowly lowering all the way down onto your back. Now, if you need to elevate your head, you can place a foam block. However, please note to take the foam block away from your head whenever we start our practice. So lying back, I invite you to place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Focus today is all about the core, our center, Manipura chakra. So I want you to breathe all the way into the chest, into the ribs, and then into the belly. And then as you exhale, engage in your core, engage in your center to help release the air from your body. Slowly breathing in to a count of 4 and breathing out to a count of 4. And if you can, try to keep your eyes closed so that you are coming away from external stimulations, taking your awareness into your body, noticing your breath, the ebb and flow. And settling down from your morning's activities, all your comings and goings, until you find your way here onto the mat. Now, you're here for your physical practice of yoga. Breathing into the chest, into the ribs, into the belly. Feel the expansion. And as you exhale, engage in your tummy in order to expel stale air. Contracting. Breathing in and out through your nose. And perhaps have a little pause between your in and your out breath. One more complete breath, breathing in, filling up your lungs, your ribs, your belly. Pause, and then exhale. And on the exhale, just release your arms and your hands by your side. And if you have bent your knees, I invite you now to extend your legs, but if it's still too much, then keep your knees bent. We're going to breathe in and reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling, all the way over your head towards the back of the room. Now, as you lie here in a full lateral stretch, notice your ribs. So you've been looking at that in the past. So breathe in to your ribs, and I want you to bring your front ribs as you exhale to your back ribs. And as now that you've got your front ribs to your back ribs, I want you to reach the fingers all the way to the back of the studio. And now start to point your toes to the front of the studio. So now you're in a full lateral stretch as you continue to breathe in and out. Keeping that front ribs in and your belly in. One more time, full lateral. Breathing in. Stretching fingers, stretching toes. And on the exhale, start to release your hands back to the ceiling, over your head and down by your sides. I'm going to do that one more time. Take a deep breath in. And reach your arms up, exhaling over your head. This time now I want you to focus on the right side. I want you to breathe in. And as you exhale, reach the right arm and the right leg as far apart from each other, relaxing the left side, just full lateral on the right side. Pointing your right foot, reaching your right fingers all the way to the back and the toes to the front. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, release the right side, and then inhale, reach the left arm, left toes away from one another. Full body stretch on the left side, relaxing the right side. Continue to breathe. Extending, reaching, engaging your tummy. And then exhale, release. Inhale, reach both arms to the back of the room and toes towards me. Last time, exhale, bring the arms up and over your head, down by your sides, and engage your tummy. Slide your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones. We're going to take our hands behind our head and have our elbows out wide. I want you to breathe in and draw the navel in, front ribs to the back ribs. So now your whole spine is flat on the mat. Start to engage your glutes a little, the muscles in the back area and into the hamstrings. Inhale, squeeze everything in your trunk, and on the exhale, lift your head and shoulders just a few inches away from the floor. Squeeze the belly in as you hold it and breathe in, and on the exhale, lower. Inhale, draw the navel in, front ribs in, exhale, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Inhale, hold it there, squeeze the belly in strong, and exhale, lower. Couple more times. Inhale, head is on the floor, engage your tummy, exhale, lift. Slow and controlled. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Inhale, head on the floor, draw the navel in, exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Keep the head and the shoulders lifted. Release your hands either side of your legs. And I want you to pulse. Pull in your arms towards the front of the room for 5, 4, nice and slow and controlled. 2, and 1. Release it down. Bring your knees into your chest, holding onto the tops of your knees or underneath your knees. Lengthen your spine and just give it a little stretch, a little break. Continue to breathe in and out. And back to center. Release the feet back onto the mat. Draw the navel in. Bring your front ribs in to your back ribs. So no space in your lumbar spine and your lower back. Relax your arms by your side. We're going to take the right ankle up in line with our right knee. Just your right ankle. Nice. Notice how you feel. Are you engaging your core? Are you holding your leg up, squeezing your right glute? Now perhaps one leg is enough, then stay here. If you want to add that extra little bit of work, take the left leg to match the right. Now you have to work extra hard, double the work, to keep the legs up in the right angle and keep the whole of the back on your mat. So squeeze the belly in, try not to bring the tension to your shoulders or your arms. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Super work, ladies. Back of the neck is long. One more breath, breathe in. And on the out breath, lower the right and lower the left. Take a wee break. Take the knees into the chest. Hold on to the top or underneath. Lengthen your spine, rock your body from side to side. It's also a stretch for the glutes and the hamstrings. Back to center. Release the feet to the mat. We're going to try that again. So, before we lift our legs, front ribs to the back ribs, tailbone slightly tucked under, belly in, lift the left leg away. Notice how that feels. Engage your core. Now we need to double up. Engage the core even more to take the right leg up. Squeeze, hold, back of the neck long. Continue to breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Notice if you're grimacing. Relax the facial muscles. Beautiful. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, lower the feet to the mat. Now I want you to make a diamond shape with your hands so that your forefinger and your thumbs are touching, and you place this diamond shape underneath your lower back. Resting your bum onto the backs of your hands, elbows are out wide, and then open your knees out wide and bring the soles of the feet together. Now this is the first version of bringing your upper body to a seated position. So you press into the floor with your hands and your elbows. Now if this is too much, you can always roll over to your side and push the floor away with your left hand, but this is just another way of getting up. So from here, your knees are out wide, your hands are pressed into the mat, your elbows and forearms are in the mat, and you push the elbows into the mat to bring the torso all the way up to seated. Brilliant. Good. So now that we're in our seated position, if you grab your foam block and place it underneath your sit bones, cross your legs, or alternatively have your legs out straight. Sitting up tall, so the foam block is just to elevate our pelvis so that we're not rounding our lower back. So sitting up tall, now that we have engaged our core, we've started a little heat building in our centre. Engage it to help support our spine as we sit up, nice and elongated. Rotate your nose to the right, centre left, centre right, centre left. Back to centre, dropping the earlobe to the shoulder, right or left, and then back to centre, other earlobe to shoulder. Good, stretching the neck once again, each side, right, relaxing the shoulders, try not to creep them up, that's it, good, and the other side. Good, back to centre, dropping the chin into the chest, try to keep the heart lifted, shoulders back, and with your nose you're going to make a big circle, moving in a clockwise direction, all the way around with your nose. Once you come back to the start, go in anti-clockwise. Keep sitting up tall and breathing, and then lift your head to center once you've completed your circle. We're going to round these shoulders, make big circles with the shoulders. Good. A smaller joint than our hips and our ankles, so big circles. That's it. Good. One more time. Good. Now shrug our shoulders to our ears and release. Good. Up and release. Up and release. Good. Now release your arms out front, spreading your hands out wide and clench them fists. Good. Open. That's it. A few times, working through those fingers and thumbs, and then flip flop. Up and down. That's it. Stretching the forearms and underneath, and then circles. One way and then the other way. Good. Take your arms out and turn the palms up to the ceiling. You're going to bend your elbows into your waist and then bring it back out again as if you're holding two books in your hands and you don't want them to fall. Bring in your elbows in and out. That's it. In and out. Extending all the way from your body. Good. Keep sitting up tall. That's it. 3 more. 3. Breathe. 2 and 1. Then bring it all the way up to the ceiling and bring it down to your shoulder height. That's it. Up and down. That's it. 5. Keep extending. Try not to have soft elbows. 3. Good. 2 and 1. Good. And release down. Give them a shake. Well done. So we're going to come on to our hands and our knees. And in our tabletop position, we want to ensure we're using all of our hands for support of our body. Spreading our hands out wide, middle fingers towards the front of your mat. Knees hip distance apart underneath our hips. We're going to do our cat cow. So drop in the belly button down, head up, tailbone up. Now we don't want to bend those elbows. We want to keep those elbows nice and straight. So we're really strengthening our pecs and our shoulders and our arm muscles. Breathing out, tucking in our tailbone, taking our chin in to meet our chest. Breathing in, keep pushing the floor away with your hands. Breathing out, rounding. Warming up our spine. Close your eyes and visualize the movement of the spine from your tailbone all the way to the back of your head. Breathing in as you drop, creating that arch in your lower back. And breathing out, creating that rounding concave position. One more each way. Breathing in and breathing out. We're going to take a little break here from our wrists. We're going to sit back onto our heels, stretching the arms all the way in front. You can take the knees out wide or keep the knees in Balasana just underneath the chest. Stretching the arms, the side body, sitting back onto your heels. And if it's too much, you can bring your elbows and cup your chin with your hands. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze, rock your body back up to tabletop position. From here, we're going to try a little spinal balance. So we're engaging our core once again, drawing the navel in, keeping the front ribs in, and extend the right leg out behind, tucking the toes under. Lift the right leg up to the height of your hip, keeping that right foot flexed. Important also to keep your hips square, so try not to lift that right hip away. You can stay here or trying a little balance. We're going to peel the left hand away and lifting the left arm no higher than your shoulder. Keep looking down so the crown of the head is in line with your tailbone. Bring the sole of the foot to the back of the room, fingers to the front. Keep working, keep engaging, beautiful. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out lower. Fantastic, fantastic. Lower knee, lower hand. Other side. Taking the left leg out behind, toes on the floor. And if you find that lifting the leg away just creates too much havoc, just keep the toes down. Then lift the leg no higher than your hip. Keep your hips square. When you're ready, peel the right hand away. Extend it, the right arm away. And we want to have a flexed foot. By having a flexed foot, toes towards the floor, we're lifting our knee and squeezing our thigh and engaging our glute. Fabulous. One more breath. Breathe in. You're doing amazing. Breathe out lower. Amazing. Sit back onto your heels one more time. You can take the knees out wide or keep them underneath and extend the arms away. You can also place a block, or if you're practicing at home, a big thick book underneath your forehead. Keep breathing. One more, breathe in. And on the out breath, lift your gaze, rock your body back up to tabletop position. And from here, we're going to take the hands a little bit further than our shoulders. So now we're going down the shoulders. And from here, we're going to rock the torso forward. So again, our shoulders are above our wrists, coming into a half plank position. Half plank position. Now have the toes of both feet tucked under. This is a half plank. And we want to try, if we can, to lift our knees away from the floor into a plank. And then lower the knees to the mat. Okay, so just to notice how you're feeling. If it's too much, then don't lift the knees. So we're going to add to it. We're going to lift the knees away from the floor, lower the knees to the mat, and then sit back onto your heels with the toes tucked under, stretching your toes. That's good. Rocking the body forward into your half plank. Lifting the knees or not, option. Dropping the knees, and then sitting back onto your heels. Good, 2 more times. Rocking the body forward, half plank, lifting the knees, plank, dropping the knees, and sitting back onto your heels. Last time. One more, coming forward, lifting the knees, plank, dropping the knees, sitting back onto your heels, and then untuck your toes, and cup your chin with your hands. Cup your chin. Just rock your sit bones from side to side. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Then making 2 fists, one on top of the other. Resting your forehead onto the fists, rocking from side to side, easing out the core. And back to center, flattening the hands, one on top of the other. And last time, just rocking gently side to side. That's it. And then from there, lift your gaze, and then take your hands either side, and you're going to come up to kneeling. You're going to step up with your right foot. This is where you need your blocks. I'm sorry, you need to have them a wee bit closer to you. Stepping up with your right foot. And if it's too much on your knee, if you want to put a wee bit of cushioning underneath your knee, but we're coming into a low lunge, so we don't want to put too much weight onto that left knee. We want to use the front of the left foot to press it strongly into the mat, so you're taking the pressure away from the knee. And then this is where you can have your blocks either side of your right foot, placing your hands on top of the blocks. That's it, good. So you're sinking these hips, so you're having a stretch in that left quad into the left hip flexor. Now if you're back here, that's okay, but keep pressing the front of the foot into the mat so you're taking the pressure away from the knee. Tucking in your tailbone, drawing the navel in, and another option is to keep your hands on your waist. Having your hands on the blocks allows the weight of the upper body to bring the bottom half lower to the floor. That's it, good. Deep breathing. Now from here, option, hands on blocks, hands on waist, or bring your hands up to the ceiling. Squeeze, keep pressing the front of the left foot into the mat, right big toe, press it strongly into the mat. We're going to open our arms, shoulder height, and we're doing that elbow business again. So the elbows come in and bring them out. 2 breaths. 4, 3 more, 3, sorry, I didn't mean to close to your neighbour, picking each other up, 2, and 1. Well done. Hands to the blocks. We're going to bring our sit bones back, so take our blocks with us. Sit bones back, peeling the right toes away from the floor, coming into our half split. Now, you may have a bend in that right knee, and that's perfectly fine. We're working towards a straight leg with the toes flexed, toes towards the ceiling. Good. Try again to keep the hips square. So if you're having this right hip lifted, try to bring it down. Press the heel into the mat, and then from here, you can have your blocks for support, folding in the direction of your right leg, but only as far as your body allows. Important to breathe. Try not to tense too much, allow the breath to flow. One more time. Deep breath in. Squeeze the belly. And on the exhale, start to bend deeply into that right knee, lowering the right foot onto your mat, using your blocks to rock your body forward. Oh, sorry, keep them on the high side. And then bring that right foot back, coming back up to your kneeling position, and then step up with your left. Bringing your left foot beyond your left knee. Hips are square, placing your hands on your waist, and rocking your body forward. Sinking the hips, slow, pressing the right front of your foot into the mat, strongly into the mat, so you're taking the pressure away from your right knee. Beautiful, ladies. And then when you're ready, take your hands to the blocks. Now, I have the blocks on the high side. If the availability is in your body to go a wee bit lower, you can turn your blocks to the flat side or no blocks. So this is a low lunge position. So listen to your body, work within your own capacity. Fantastic. And do what feels good for you. Keep pressing the right front of your foot into the mat. Good. So we're taking a big long stretch of that quad. This is a big muscle. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath. Now we're releasing the hands to the sky. So keep the hips nice and square and low. And release, lifting the torso away from your thigh, reaching up, keep the ribs in and the belly in, and then open out to shoulder height. Bringing the elbows into the waist for 5, 2 breaths, 4, grind into that left big toe, engaging your left glute, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Reach down, turn your blocks to the high side, and we're slowly bringing the hips back, walking the hips back, to our half split, heeling the left toes up to the ceiling, left heel press strongly into the mat, and you're hinging forward with your torso, so your spine is nice and elongated, trying not to bring the shoulders forward, bring the heart forward. You may have a little bend in that knee, and that's perfectly fine. And again, you breathe and work within your own capacity. If you can fold even more, folding over that left leg. Good. Try to keep the shoulders back. Left foot flexed. Fantastic. One more breath. Breathe in slowly. And on the out breath. Slowly start to bend deeply into that left knee. Placing the left foot underneath your left knee. And we're coming up to standing. Placing the right foot beside the left. Coming all the way to standing. Now we did this last week. Take the feet a little bit wider than our hips. Toes in line with heels, blocks away from the floor. We're going to hinge from our hips and we're going to dive forward with our heart. So a nice elongated spine, leading with our heart, bending our knees, folding, folding, folding. So we're working towards our belly resting on our thighs. Two bent knees, relax the arms. And when we fold as deeply as we can, we may use your blocks in front of your feet, resting your hands on top of the blocks. Drop the head at the very last point. Now close your eyes and visualize your spine, just like we did at tabletop. Visualize the tailbone, all the way to the back of the head is your spine. So now we're rolling up. We need to engage our core and start to stack each vertebrae one at a time on top of one another. Keep pressing the feet strongly into the mat. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders, slowly stacking. Once you reach the top, we start the fold again. Lifting the heart, hinge forward. So you're sticking out your tailbone behind. Relaxing the arms, nice elongated spine. Folding over two bent knees. Bending, bending, resting your hands on top of blocks or all the way to the floor. Dropping your head at the last point. And then visualize your tailbone stacking. Engage your core, engage your glutes to help your spine to roll up. Nice and slow. Beautiful, really slow, beautiful. Relax those arms. Just shake it out, shake it out. Right, one more time, so have you watching me going down. So we're lifting the heart, relax those arms, bend into the knees, and then hinge, hinge. So if you just want to come up a wee second there, Louise.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're grand, you're grand. So we're bending the knees, sticking out the bum behind, and then lead with the heart. So look at my spine. It's not coming round like this. It's lengthen, lengthen, lengthen all the way until I get to the point where I'm resting onto my thighs and then I fold. Arms are super relaxed. Super relaxed. Two bend knees. Bend the knees, bend the knees. Drop the head at the very last point. Drop, drop, drop the head. That's it. Now visualize the tailbone. Start to stack, rolling up through your spine, stacking from the base of your spine. Beautiful. Relax those arms. Relax, relax, relax. Relax. Pretend there's two weights hanging from your fingers. That's it. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay. From here, little half sun salutation. Reach the arms all the way up. Extended mountain. We're going to swan dive. This time with straight legs and straight spine. Opening up the arms. This is called a swan dive. Only halfway. We're only going halfway. Now, from here, we bend our knees and we release the arms and fold, just like we did a moment ago. And then, from here, we go back up to the half fold. So, straighten out the spine, open up the arms, coming up to a half lift, straight spine, and then straighten the legs, and rotate the palms, and straighten the torso, extended mountain, hands to your heart. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, straight spine, straight legs. Inhale, fold. Exhale, straighten the legs, straighten the spine. Straighten the legs, straighten the spine, stay on your fold. Inhale, straighten the torso, rotate the palms. Exhale to your heart. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Straighten the spine, straighten the legs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to your heart. Come to the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Hands on your heart, or hands in prayer at your heart. And bend your knees into squat. Okay. Staying in squat, have a peek down at your toes. Make sure you can see your toes. Toes in line with your heels and hip distance apart. So a nice big bend in those knees. so that we're shooting our tailbone out behind. Nice elongated spine, beautiful shoulders back. Now from here, we're taking the weight to the left foot and we're stepping back with the right foot, about 4 feet behind. Coming onto the ball of the foot so that the heel is lifted. So this is humble crescent. And then lifting the torso upright, reaching the arms up. Good, crescent. Now we don't want to be at an angle. We want to try and lift so that our crown of the head is to the ceiling. If it's too much for the arms, take them to your waist. So from here, we're going to step forward again, but keeping our arms lifted this time. So stepping back into our squat, knees are bent, soles of the feet flat on the mat. That's it. Still sticking out our tush, nice elongated spine, slightly tilted forward. Good, 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 that's it. With the arms lifted. Stepping back again with the right toes, 4 feet, hips are square, and lifting up with the torso. So rather than staying folded, we're lifting up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Stepping up, coming into your squat, lowering the torso, and then stepping back, lifting the torso. Last time. Forward, squat, lowering the torso, that's it. Stepping back, lifting the torso. Bring your hands to your heart. Big step up. Shake it out. Good. Back to feet hip distance apart. Hands into your waist, hands in prayer. Lowering into your chair. So when you lower into your chair, you want the nice elongated spine that we've been working on. Okay? So no rounding of the shoulders. Keep the shoulders back. Hands on your heart. Excuse me. Taking the weight onto the right foot. We're stepping back with the left foot. And then lift the torso upright. Hands can stay in prayer, your waist, or reach them up. We're going to keep them up here, or you can decide to change. So in crescent, crown of the head to the ceiling. When we step forward, we then bring the torso forward, but keep the shoulders back. That's it, good. Feet hip distance apart, toes in line with heels. Feet are flat. And then once again, weight to the right foot, step back with the left. So it can be a little disconcerting, so you really need to focus on the spot as you move forward in the squat and move back into crescent. Lifting the torso, wobble, wobble. Stepping up into squat, leaning forward with the torso, stepping back crescent, lifting torso up. One more time. Forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Hands to your heart. Big step up. Well done. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Next, standing posture. Take the weight to the left. Step back with the right. We're going to move into warrior 2. So we know that we're moving the right shoulder, right hip, right knee. Left knee, left foot doesn't move. As we rotate round, reach the arms out. Shoulder height, palms facing down. So look down at your feet. Make sure your heels are in line. And your right toes are rotated at 45 degrees. If balance is an issue, you can always widen your stance with your front foot heel toe out. Relax the shoulders, belly in, tailbone in. Back leg is straight. And I want everybody to look round to your left and look down at your knee. Make sure your knee is opening out to your left, keeping it nice and bent. Toes in line with your heel. Beautiful. From our warrior 2, our Virabhadrasana 2, we're going to straighten that left leg, drop the right hand to your thigh, and lift up with the left. So now we're stretching from the left hand down to the left armpit, left ribs, left waist. Good. Now from here, we're going to move into Trikonasana. Left ribs come forward, left arm comes forward, and round and down. Over the left leg. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. The top arm is too much, take the top hand to your waist. So we want a nice elongated right side body, nice elongated spine. Stacking arms, shoulders, hips. One more breath, breathe in. Breathe out, start to bend into that left knee. You can either take that right hand to your waist or take it over the head. Parsvakonasana. Left elbow or left hand can rest on your thigh. Good. Breathe. One more. These are doing amazing. Concentration. And then rotate back out to warrior two. Lift the right heel. Rotate the hip and the shoulder. Little steps or big steps in front of your mat. Well done. Standing sequence. Other side. Stepping back with our left. Into crescent legs. We're rotating left shoulder, left hip, left heel. And then once we look down, check our heels positioning. Left toes are 45 degrees. Right knee is bent deeply. Back leg is straight. And then open out the arms. Right arm in front, left arm behind. Rotate our gaze to look at our right hand. Good. Draw the navel in. And now the difference between the likes of squat and our warrior is that we're hiding the bum. So we're not sticking out displaying. We want to tuck in the tailbone, draw the navel in. So we have to lift the knee of the back leg, squeeze the thigh muscle. Good. Try to straighten up. Yes, that's it. Good. Beautiful. And breathe. One more. We're moving into reverse Trikonasana. Straighten the right leg. Left hand onto the thigh. Right arm reaches up, 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 up. So from the right hand down to the right waist, it's a nice big stretch. Gorgeous. Both legs are straight. We're keeping the legs straight as we bring that right arm and circle it forward. Bringing it forward, both legs are straight. Pressing the soles of the feet strongly into the mat. Rounding down over the right leg. Trikonasana. Left hand can be to the sky or to your waist. Both legs are straight. Now we want no hand to be on our knee. The back of the hand just rests against the right leg and keep lifting up at the left ribs. Breathing in. And on the out breath, start to bend into that right knee. Hand can go onto the thigh or the elbow as you sink, reaching the top arm overhead or to your waist. Working the big toe. Rotating the left shoulder back, right hip back. That's it. Good, beautiful. It's lovely, Olivia. Good, Pajama. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, rotate back up to warrior two. Then we're going to lift the back heel, so pivoting, lifting and rotating. And little step or big step up with the back foot. Good. Now, make sure no blocks are near your mat. We're going to do a little balance and feet circle. Okay. We are doing a little balance. So if balance is particularly a tricky one for you, you are welcome to go to the wall and hold on to the side wall. Otherwise, we're taking our feet hip distance apart, hands into the waist. Taking the weight to the left foot, really dig into that left big toe into the mat. As you peel the right foot away and just lift with a flexed foot and a straight leg, the right leg out in front, holding it here. We're then going to start rotating, tuck in that tailbone, draw the navel in, rotating the right foot out to the right, out to the side, just an inch or two off the floor. Try not to lift the hips. And then we're going to keep with that rotation round to the back. So when you rotate, you have to squeeze this right bum cheek, toes down to the floor, heel to the ceiling. From here, if this is enough, you stay here. We're going to bend that left knee, bring our hands to our prayer position in front of our heart. With control, super strong, we're going to fold forward, hinge forward from our hips into warrior three, lifting the back leg simultaneously with the front body. So a counter action. Squeeze. High low or high high is up to you. You don't have to force it. Slowly, 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 we're going to straighten the torso and then place the right foot back down. Shake it out. Amazing, yeah? Okay, good. We're going to watch this side. Okay. Feet hip distance apart, toes line with heels. Start with the stance, yeah? Engage your core, so all the activation is in the core. Sitting up tall, ribs in, tuck in the tailbone, lift the knees, so squeeze the thigh muscles. Now take the weight over to your right foot this time. Take the left leg, spot, fix your gaze in the spot. Don't watch me, just listen. Flex that foot so that lifted leg is activated. Then slowly take it out to your left. Take it round to the side. With control, you're going to take it round to the back, not too high. From here, bend into your supporting leg. Good. Hands can stay on your waist for support. Now start to look down at the floor. Fix your gaze at a spot as you slowly bring the torso forward. Leg just happens to be hanging out behind. Amazing. Keep breathing. Take it slow. Amazing. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out lower. Nothing wrong with that. Amazing. Just shake it out. Shake it out. Now we're coming onto the floor. So dropping one leg at a time. Right, left. Swing the feet out to the side. And then grab your foam block just to elevate your pelvis. So our seated position is called Dandasana. So standing position, Tadasana. Seated Dandasana. Seated mountain. So our legs are together, we're still active, we're not going to relax just yet. Toes to the ceiling, heels towards me, towards the front of the room. That's it. Sitting up tall, so we have that elevation to help lift up our spine. And then from here, it's as if someone is pulling our heart forward. Just the heart, not the shoulders, okay? So if you come to here and you feel like you need to round, then don't go any further, just stay here. We're bringing the heart forward with legs straight, feet flexed, hands just down by each leg, the sides of your leg. That's it. And look down at your toes. That's your drishti, your focus. Breathe. Now, if you find that you can go further and without rounding your spine, reach down, placing your hands on your toes, shoulders are still back. Lift your heart, and then slowly from the base of your belly, you lower the belly onto the thighs, holding onto the tops of your toes. Shoulders are back, heart is forward. Pressing the backs of the legs into the mat, and then tuck in your chin ever so slightly so the crown of the head is aligned with your tailbone. And breathe. So this is now after our standing. We build heat in our body. Now we're stretching. So the muscles that we have been strengthening, we're now letting them lengthen. Two more breaths, slow and steady. And then release the feet. Slowly bring in the torso all the way back up to a seated Dandasana. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And you're working your heels in as close to your body as they may go. They might not go that close, and that's perfectly fine. Soles of the feet are together, and we hold on to the shins or the ankles, or as a bigger option is to interlace your hands and place them underneath your feet. Just an option. Try not to force it. So, whichever one you've chosen, taking your elbows to the inside of your thighs, you're going to create a dynamic pull and stretch. So you're going to push the legs up to your elbows, and you're going to bring your elbows into your legs as you breathe in. So it's pushing and pulling. So the legs are pulling in, and the elbows are pushing them away. Breathing in, and then on the exhale, you release. No pushing. Breathe in, push, elbows into the thighs, push, push, push. And then on the exhale, release. Good, two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly, we're going to take the feet a wee bit further away so you'll not be able to hold on to the toes. Hold on to the shins. And then we're going to, holding onto the shins, bring our body forward, elbows go beyond, and then just allow your body to fold over your legs. And if you look down at your arches being together, you'll see that you have created a little oval shape. So this oval shape is a place to rest your forehead.
Maybe someday.
Next week.
Next year.
Slowly breathe. One more. And then start to come away from your fold, rolling all the way up. Taking your hands behind each hips. Extend your right leg away. Extend your left leg away. Give it a shake. Good. One last one. If you want to grab your jumpers before we lie down. Just have everything organized. So scoot your bum forward when you're ready. And if anybody wants a blanket, I can bring it back to you once you lie down. Once you have scooted your bum forward, we're going to, with control, lower all the way onto our backs. Bring your heels towards your sit bones, knees hip distance apart to the ceiling. And then last week we did this super slow. So we know we have to use our feet, four corners of our feet, pressing into the mat. Tuck in our tailbone, ribs in, belly in. Hold up your spine flat on the mat before you begin to lift. Tailbone, sacrum, lower back. Extending the back of the neck and not rotating the nose from right to left, just keeping the nose pointed to the ceiling as you move up into bridge. Relaxing the arms, giving your core and your front body a little stretch while also engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. Hold it there as you breathe in. Feet and knees hip distance apart. One more breath, breathe in. Slowly from the top of your spine, lowering one vertebrae at a time. All the way back to the mat. And once your tailbone arrives back onto the mat, engaging your core, bring your knees up to your chest, holding onto the tops of your knees, lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. And then back to center. Release your feet to the mat. Extend your legs away or keep them bent. And if anybody would like me to bring you a bolster, just raise your arm and I'll bring you bolsters for underneath your knees. Yeah. Moving into a restful Shavasana. Anybody else for a bolster? No? All good? Okay. Anybody like a pillow? Not very organized today. Anybody else like a pillow? By your sides, palms rotated, so that you're open to receive and your heart is shining a light from its very center for the world to see. Close your eyes and breathe. With every breath, every heart and element of tension leaves, evaporates from your body. Fully supported by the floor, becoming completely weightless. permission to relax. Taking your awareness to the crown of your head, relax the crown of your head, back of your head, sides of your head, forehead. Relax your eyebrows, eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes, nose, nostril, cheeks, ears, upper lip, lower lip. Clench your teeth, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your chin, throat and neck, collarbones, chest, heart, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs, belly, belly button, hips and pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, tops of your feet, big toes, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, soles of your feet, ankles, calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax your shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, heel of your hands, thumbs, forefingers, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back of your hands and the palm of your hands. Every muscle, ligament, tendon, fascia, organ, every bone, every cell. All of your skin relaxed. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Just as fallen leaves exhale their moisture to dry into the warm earth. Release all tension and holding. Let go of who you think you are and what you once knew. A torrential rain is coming. 'Tis a season of melting. Mudslides will enter the roadway, blocking the way to work. White-tailed deer remind us to pause, but some people still never stop and rest. Many die without ever living, without realizing they inherited a kingdom. Borrow a cup of sugar, dissolve it on your breastplate. Wash yourself over mountains, lightly dance on their branches. Just as underwater volcanoes meet the air and make homes for Earth's creatures, let an upwelling of gratitude from the depths of your heart give hope for joy and darkness to rest in cherishing. Smile at your sorrow, put history aside. Let your breath be a solvent dissolving the clouds of worry to reveal the vast and infinite blue sky of your life. back to your body, into your hands, into your feet. Slowly wiggling up your body, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then relax. Relax your hands, relax your feet. Take your awareness back to your belly. Squeeze it in a little as you slowly bring your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones, knees to the ceiling, or to the bolster. And when you're ready, taking your knees one at a time in towards your chest, holding onto your knees, lengthening your spine, rocking your body from side to side. Come to center. With your eyes closed, reach your right arm up and over your head, rolling onto your right side. With your left hand on the floor in front of your heart. Slowly from there, push the floor away with your left hand, coming up into a seated position with your eyes closed, sitting up tall with a nice strong core, and bringing your hands together into prayer. Rub to quick heat to the palms of your hands, and then place them over your eyes. Open your eyes behind your palms, squeeze them shut open, squeeze them shut open. Look up, look down, to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then close your eyes again behind your palms as you bring your hands together in prayer. Sitting up tall, just repeat to yourself a little positive affirmation. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bow your chin into your chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Flutter your eyelids open. Namaste.